Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Dropping Gems with your girl, K-laine. I have a wonderful guest on my show today. I'm so excited to introduce her to you guys. She has so many gems she's going to share with us today in regards to real estate. Let's welcome Tanya Tamura to the show today. Hi, Tanya.
Hey, how are you today?
Good. How are you? I'm so happy that you're on the show today. So glad to be able to have a conversation with you. So how are you doing?
I'm doing really well.
Staying safe.
Staying safe. Yes. Yeah. Most of my work is from home right now.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So you guys are kind of doing like virtual showings and those type of things?
Yeah, virtual showings, virtual open houses, all kinds of fun stuff.
Explain to us how a virtual open house works. I'm interested in this. I haven't seen this. I'm interested in this.
It's something fun we just started playing with. Actually, a photographer does it, and she'll go through the video camera and set it all up so that when we're doing basically an open house, we can show the video and walk through and explain everything as we go. And it looks professional, and it works out really well for all our clients.
Oh, wow. I'm going to have to tap into that because I think that's interesting how during this pandemic, we have used technology for things that we used to do person to person communication. Like right now, I would love to have you in my studio. I would love to have you in my studio and have a chit chat with you. But unfortunately, due to safety precautions, we have to use other methods. I had that personal question because I was interested in something like that. So first of all,
technology, I will tell you that.
So real estate is really big right now. So a person like me, I'm interested in purchasing a home. What are some of the 5 steps to think about before I even contact a real estate agent? Or some steps.
The biggest thing is to know. Yeah. One of the things, the most important, honestly, is finding out what you're approved for. Get a hold of your lender, find out what you're approved for so that you know basically what your spending is, so that you can look at houses in that dollar amount. We personally, our office works with several lenders. They are our preferred lenders, and they do such an amazing job, letting you know what you're approved for. And honestly, if there's anything out there that you can qualify for, because each lender has their own little box of tricks, and sometimes they have something that would work really well for you.
That's good to know. That's good to know. So first and foremost, I have to figure out what am I approved for? So how would I go about doing something like that?
Basically, if you have a lender that you work with, start there. Otherwise, my job would be to refer you to one of our lenders, and they will totally take care of you from beginning to end. It's an easy process.
Good. I like easy.
Me too, girl. Me too.
I like easy. So what's the difference between commercial property and, say, a single family home? So say, for instance, I don't own a home right now, but I'm looking for commercial property. Is that something that you can help me with, or how would I go about obtaining commercial property?
Our office actually specializes in both. My actual job is a listing agent. Okay. I can find property for you. I can help you look at it, but when it comes down to making an offer, I actually would refer you to one of our buyer specialists. But the difference between commercial and residential, honestly, is just knowing what you're looking for. And
same thing.
Just connecting with an agent that knows how to find the property that you're looking for.
So when during your time as a real estate agent, what have you noticed are some of the obstacles for buyers?
Not having enough houses. We are in a seller's market right now, and we honestly have 10 buyers to 1 seller. That's been the struggle. As soon as houses come up on the market, they're selling instantly. And we have lots and lots of buyers that want to buy houses.
And that's weird. And that's, I mean, it's a good thing. It's definitely a good thing. That means our community is growing and there's, people are moving in. They just don't have anywhere to move to. Wow.
True. Yeah, a good market, that has like great inventory, it has about 6 months worth of inventory. And right now we are at basically 1 week of inventory.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy. The market hasn't been this good in forever. And it looks like it's supposed to be that way this year too. Supposed to keep going.
And that's amazing. That's amazing for you. That's amazing for a lot of us as well, because to be honest, I am searching for a home here soon in the next couple of months, maybe six to 9 months. I'm going to be looking to purchase a home. I used to be in real estate, not a real estate agent, but I used to own rental properties. They were actually right down the street from each other. Way back when I was a youngin. So I kind of wanted to get back into real estate, but I don't know how, and I don't know if I want to take on that responsibility again right now. So I understand. So for you to tell me that it is a seller's market, and I'm thinking to myself, I should have kept my rental property then. I should have kept my rental property. Oh my goodness. So do you know, okay, so is there any perks that's available for first-time home buyers?
That is one thing that you would ask your lender. There are always all kinds of good stuff out there, and each lender is going to have something a little different. Like I said, that magical box of tricks they have, each lender is going to have something a little bit different. And we're always excited about first-time home buyers because one, it's like something they've never done before.
Absolutely.
And two, it's fun to watch that process. But yeah, like I said, getting with a good lender, they will know all the ins and outs of what you need for a first-time home buyer.
So personally, what is your favorite part of your job?
People. I have a background in hair. I was a hairdresser for 18 years. And then I went into marketing, been in marketing for about 10 years. And it's always the people. I enjoy people. Absolutely. I love getting to know them, creating relationships. And there are some people that I've known for years and years because of the careers that I've had. Absolutely.
Building relationships is really big.
And helping someone with the biggest purchase or sale of their life, it's a big deal. That's, to me, it's
Absolutely.
A big deal. And I take it very personally. I take on selling your home as if it's mine. I'm feeling your feelings. I'm thinking your thoughts, having conversations. And so by the end of it all, I'm just as happy for you as you are for yourself. And that's the best part of my job.
And that's good. And that's a sign of a real estate agent that you can definitely trust, because it is a big part of your life. Selling a home, like, how do you prepare to sell your home? A lot of people don't know. They just think that, hey, I'm going to sell my home. But from what I hear, there's a lot of ins and outs and different things you have to fix and set up. So what are some of those things that you have to remember when you are trying to sell your home?
That what you see and what somebody else sees is going to be completely different. I can look at my house and think, oh my gosh, I have to change all the windows, or I have to paint this a certain color. And that's not always necessarily true, because what I love might not be the same thing somebody else loves. They may come in and look at the kitchen and go, oh my God, I love that kitchen. And I'm looking at it going, I should have painted it a different color.
Right.
So it just, honestly, it's going to be different per person. But one of the things that I love that we have is we have an interior designer on our staff.
Wow, that's amazing.
Come in and tell you, what I see in your home, the best way to display it, is this. And you can take all her tips and tricks and do all of them, or you can do some of them, whatever works. But we design our whole process to sell your house quickly, but also at the best price that we can get it sold for. And bringing that interior designer in just to do those little tips and tricks makes the biggest difference.
That does make a big difference. It does make a big difference. And I hear that, sometimes it's difficult for people to even make changes to their home, because although they're ready to sell, they still have it in their mindset that this is my home. What do you mean? I need to change this. This is my home. So for, for you guys to have, an interior designer come in, that I think that's a good idea, because, they're the experts. And a lot of people would rather listen to the expert. Hey, put the lamp here instead of here, or open up the blinds, or take the curtains down and let the light in and make the room look bigger. Those type of things make a huge difference.
Yeah, so when the photographer comes in, the pictures are just always beautiful.
I'm always so excited to look at house pictures. I don't know. It just does something inside of me and saying, hey, I could live there, or I know someone who could live there. Like, it just makes me so excited just to, I don't know. I get excited about everything. If you really want to know,
I love the decorating ideas. Yes, and it helps with your ideas for your own home. You're like, hey, I never thought that you can put a rug on a sofa and it looks like a throw. Those different ideas, because sometimes they are. Yeah, So, what, other than that, you guys have an interior designer to help with staging to sell the home? What else sets you guys apart? And then you personally. Well, I'll tell you, our whole office model is definitely what sets us apart. I'd like to give a fun analogy. Imagine you're going to your favorite restaurant, and it's a busy night, and you go into this restaurant and there's only one person working. She's going to be your hostess, your bartender, your server, your cook, and your dishwasher. So when you come in, she's going to seat you. She's going to take your drink order. She's going to go to the bar. She's going to make your drinks. She's going to come back. She's going to take your food order. Because it's just her, she's going to go and cook your food too. And then she's going to bring it back to you. And then, now mind you, you're not her only customer. So she's going to go over and do this to all of, the other tables. And that one person is trying to do all of these things.
Right.
And that's what a solo agent does. Our office is an office of specialists.
Specialists. Okay,
specialists.
I see.
So instead of being that one person to do all of those jobs, we actually have a concierge department who takes in all the phone calls, all the leads that come in, all the questions about our listings. They talk to all those people. They are the experts in that area. They know everything about what's going on in that area, so they can answer the questions and answer them well. And then we have our marketing department. Their job is to market all of our listings. They get us out there to every website you can possibly get them out to. They do our coming soon promotion, which we always do right before listing, because our main goal is to drive everyone to that open house and create that desire. And our coming soon program, I like to give the analogy of the little kid in the candy store. I'm standing at the window, the store's not open, but I see everything I want. That's what our coming soon program does. And then, so that's our marketing department. And then listing specialist, that's what I do. I list homes for sale. It's the only thing I do, and it's what I concentrate on. So my main goal is to get your house listed and sold for the highest dollar possible. And then next we have our buyer specialists, and their main focus is helping buyers buy houses, helping you find that home that you absolutely love. And if there isn't one on the market, they'll help you find it. They will go out, they'll door knock, they'll talk to everyone to find you your house. And then we have contract to close, which I'm finding to be my absolute favorite department lately, because they are the experts in all of the paperwork. They help us once, a client is under contract, to get from that point to closing. And all of us work together because we want your home selling and buying process to be hassle-free and effortless and stress-free. We want you to be relaxed and calm through the whole entire process. So that's what I love about our office, and that's what sets our office apart from all the other offices, is because we're a team of specialists.
Wow, that's amazing. Wow, that sparked my interest a whole lot too, because when I did purchase my rental properties, I felt the one person thing. I felt it, like I had to rearrange my schedule, or they weren't calling me back, or it took them a long time to respond, or they were late, and those type of different things. So I kind of I felt it. I felt it when I was purchasing my home. Like at sometimes, I felt like, okay, well, am I really in the best hands here? Because this is my first time, and it's not something that I've definitely researched it, but doing something for your first time can be a little bit scary, and with that one person, like I put my whole trust in this one person, but with your agency, it's like, it seems like, okay, well, we have this team of experts to be able to move it smoothly, and that is like, to me, that's so relieving to me.
And what I love is I can be listing your house for sale, and one of our buyer specialists can be helping you find a home. And so we can do this all together in one effort. Another thing that we just rolled out is called our Sell Now, Move Later program. That has been one of the greatest advantages, because there aren't, so many houses on the market. I can sell my house now and know that I could have 30, 60, 90 days to find another house. And that kind of takes the pressure off to just pick the first one I find. And so, the buyers can just kind of relax and know I've got a little bit of time, so I can find exactly what I'm looking for. And that has made a huge difference for our sellers.
Wow, that sounds like an interesting and great program, because like you mentioned, there's not a lot of houses, locally close by to move into, and it takes time. It definitely takes time. So I have a question for you. So if you had the option, would you build or would you purchase an already built home?
I would build. That way I can get exactly what I want. I can have that master bedroom that has a lounge area and a walk-in closet, and then my cute little bathtub in the bathroom. Oh yeah, I absolutely would build. I absolutely would build. Get exactly what I want everywhere. It might cost me $1 million, but I would totally do it.
Yeah, because I've noticed actually, I noticed a lot of people are turning towards building. Like a couple of my friends, I've noticed they sold their homes and they built homes. So I was just wondering, like, is it an easier option just because there are not a lot of homes? Is that why people are turning to that option?
I think sometimes, yes. I know right now building is just, it's just kind of like the buying market. There's a little bit of wait. I think we're on about a 9-10 month wait for builds right now with a lot of contractors. And it's probably because of that, because there's not enough houses out there to buy. So a lot of people are wanting to build. I think building is a great option. Gives you, you pick out what you want and your choices.
Absolutely.
But I'm telling you, if I could find that absolute perfect house also, I'd consider just buying too.
Yeah, and if you just, if you found that perfect house and there's one or two things, I mean, you can always change it. The thing is, to me, what I've learned is that it's never going to be perfect, because obviously you're not building it, but it can be close to perfect, and you can always change certain things to make it perfect for you, to make it fit exactly, your lifestyle and your fashion sense, or however you want to put it. So your fashion style or interior design style. So that's what I always like to tell people to keep in mind, when they're searching for houses. You're not going to get the perfect house. It's going to be near perfect, but also remember that there's room for change. You can always change some things in the home and to make it yours. And what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that.
I think that's one of my favorite parts about purchasing, is going in and making it my own. Adding my own touches, my own paint colors, my pillows on the couch, all that fun stuff.
Absolutely. So, so really, I'm glad to hear that the real estate business is booming for you. I'm glad that you enjoy it so much. We are going to get you connected to some people that you can help out, because I see that you're so passionate about it. So how did you even get started in this? How did this even happen?
it was the craziest thing. Real estate was never in my wheelhouse. I never considered that I would be a realtor. I've always, seen people who are realtors, heard that they switched to becoming a realtor. It was never anything I considered. I was one of those people affected by COVID. I got let go from my job, and by midsummer, I thought, I'm going to have to find something. Do I want a new career? Do I just want a job? So I got on the Facebook job site and just started looking. I was going to apply for jobs until I figure out what I want to do. And the concierge opportunity popped up for Booby Properties, and I thought, I could probably do that, thinking it was a receptionist position, kind of a face of the office kind of thing. And so I applied for it, and once he was explaining what the job was, I was like, I'm not really sure that's what I want to do. But I went through the interview process, and what was crazy is Howie, who's the owner, Howie Booby, he was not interviewing me for concierge position. He saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. And so by the fourth interview, he offered me the listing specialist position, and I was like, I might be able to do that. So I thought about it for 24 hours, and I thought, you know what, why not? Let's just do it. And so I did. I took the real estate course, I passed the test, and I'm a realtor.
Wow, that's amazing how things happen to us that way, and also when people see things in you that you don't see, and then once you engage in what they saw, now you become engulfed in it and say, hey, okay, well, I never thought this about myself, but look how great I'm doing. Look how much I love it. Look how much more joy it's bringing me. And although I may have lost something, but I've also gained much, much more. I've gained a new career. I've gained new knowledge. I'm able to help people, and I'm also to be able to help myself. So yeah, oh goodness. Like, I love stories like that, because that's kind of like what my story was, and I love being connected to people that have great stories, because we all have stories, and some of them are not so great, but I love hearing about all and everyone's story. So Tanya, I just want to thank you for being on my show. I'm so excited to continue to connect with you. Where can they find you if they're looking for a listing agent, or they just want to connect with you and maybe have some questions? Where can the listeners find you?
I'm on social media, so you can find me on Facebook and Instagram, but you can also email me at tanya@boobyproperties.com, or you can text me or call me directly at 616-437-5568.
All right. Thank you so much, Tanya. So you guys, don't forget to go follow Tanya. Go check her out. She's an amazing woman. And also don't forget to follow me on all social media sites at K-laine813. You can follow me on all social media sites, and don't forget to like or subscribe. No, like and subscribe, not or. This is not an option. This is not an option. Like and subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss any gems that I'm going to be dropping. Thanks again. I love you all. Peace.